Siddhartha! Siddhartha, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Is anyone here?
Oh, yeah.
It's enough, boys. We've got a real case to discuss. The patient just flew in from the Himalayas. From the looks of it, I think we have a case of human visceral homunculus on our hands. He starved himself nearly to death because he tried to be more enunciatory.
He wasn't thinking rationally, I guess. I don't get what the big deal is. Why don't we just give him a vitamin C and a few crackers?
First of all, it wasn't irrational. Many cultures that have rituals that involve the sacrificing and consumption of food. When I was 16, I survived a ritual that involved me fasting for 96 hours in order to become a man. I was alone on a hilltop where I just deprived myself of food. That is when I received my vision, which brought me here to become a medicine man. And secondly, starvation is not that simple. It can be irreversible for some people.
Damage to sensitive areas due to lack of nutrients may last a lifetime. The body will begin to digest itself. Go get a biopsy.
What's happening to me, doctor?
Your liver's supply of glycogen is being consumed. When it's totally consumed, your body will begin to digest itself. You're lucky you came to City Upon a Hill Hospital. We're gonna try and save you as fast as we can.
My followers, they need me. They must think I'm weak by now. In order to reach nirvana, I must take the renunciatory path.
You can't just do that to yourself. I fasted for 40 days and 40 nights, and the devil tried to tempt me. The effects of starvation weaken my body, and that is why I still have a cane to walk periodically. It is not something you want to encounter. You don't need to starve yourself in order to reach heaven.
Here, take these, it'll ease your pain. Christ, what is this?
Siddhartha, your son has a niacin deficiency, which leads to trouble swallowing and rashes.
What is happening to my son?
Just stay out.
What's going on? He needs an injection of vitamin K now. What you were doing back then, he could have easily gone into cardiac arrest. We know so many ways that could have saved his life, but you risked his life with your impulsive decision.
What makes you think his life is ever on the line?
Imitation, my friend. I know the ways of
Well, I've seen the way of the Lord.
Dr. Franklin, what's gonna happen to my son?
He should be fine as long as Christ stays off him. His methods are not FDA approved.
I told him to stop his ways. He thinks he's going to get somewhere by eating away at his body like that.
I'm going to have to discuss what to do with him and with Christ and Link Deer, but after he's cured, you're going to have to convince him to take up the virtue of moderation.
How will I tell him that?
He needs to avoid extremes. You pampered him and now he's starving himself.
I'll do what's best for my son.
Resolve to perform what you ought.
Siddhartha, you must stop your ways.
I know. I had a vision when I was unconscious.
What did you see?
The same thing that Dr. Franklin told you. I realized that coming from a hedonistic life of indulging my five senses, I pushed myself too hard in the opposite direction. I now realize that I must follow the middle path.
How did you know Dr. Franklin told me that?
I'm awake. Thank you, Doctor. You did a great thing today.
It wasn't me, it was the Lord that saved you. You can thank him for all that I've done. Have a safe trip home.
Thank you, Christ. What's up, Franklin?
What's up, big dear?
Got the results of the biopsy here. Let's see what we got. It turns out that when Christ put his weight on Siddhartha's chest, he decompressed his lungs and allowed the air to enter back into them.
I I knew there was a scientific reason behind it.
I've lost my ways with people. I was not open to your ideas. Faith should have cured him. But I must take the log out of my eye before I judge the speck in yours.